Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night.
508 is where I'm from.
Let us know in the comments right now,
508
where you
is
repping?
where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from.
Marshfield, New Bedford, Brockton, Malden, Tucson, Manchester, Albuquerque's in the Hampton, Hubbardston, Quincy, Hudson, Dartmouth, Hampton, Conway, New Hampshire, the Garden City, Agawam, Metapoiset, Plymouth, Pittsburgh, Lake Titicaca, Los Angeles.
This year, cause we're ruthless, yeah, that's some true shit. You don't wanna mess with cheddar in this country that you catch in the ambulance.
You have a job? What do you do?
Leave your clothes, buddy,
I
and
stopped
then we're scooping up your friends. 508, where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from.
You lived, I'd come to your house, I'd sit outside, roast marshmallows right in your fucking yard.
NFL on the house, come on,
Let's get this party started, shall we?
What's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing tonight? Good, good? Excellent. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Missed you guys. Gone this week. Just got back from vacation today. Nice to see all you fine people again. Wasn't planning on doing this live, but I'm like, I really miss doing it, so we're on to do it. And I figured we never really got a chance to do a live show last weekend with the, we had a pretty big week the week before that. And so I really wanted to hit on some of those stories because we didn't get a chance to do it because I left on Saturday morning. And obviously I'm not doing shit during vacation, although I did publish like 40 blogs this week. Like it was, but I didn't write any of them. There were old blogs from turtleboysports.com that I simply republished on tbdailynews.com, some of the classics. So go and check them out. There were some big hits. A lot of people, it was so funny watching the people in the comment. Oh, we got Deb here. How you doing, Deb?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I was laughing because every time we, I shared a blog like that and I was like, where are they now? It was like, they're dead.
Always, like a long ago.
They're dead. So many of them are dead. And I know it's morbid. It's like, whoa, I literally had no idea. One of them died. Like the woman in Quincy who jumped the 92-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And then lied and then pretended to be there. Yeah, she just died.
Yeah.
She's dead. So she's dead. And then that guy from West Warwick with the son in 2020. Yeah. Yeah, he's dead. So they're dead. Everyone's dead. So, that unfortunately, I don't know. They never asked to have the blogs removed. I guess they didn't care because, they're dead. So,
well, they don't care now. So,
Yeah, they certainly don't care now.
They definitely don't care anymore. So,
yeah. So, yeah, I went to Lake Winnipesaukee. Have you ever been up there, Talentless Raccoon?
yeah, I haven't. Not for a long time.
It's friggin' big. It's a big ass lake. I'm not going to lie. It's friggin' huge. And there's like 1 million islands in it. And it's so we stayed in this town called Guilford. I'm sure a lot of people have been there. I was right across the bay, this bay called Sanders Bay, from this concert place I never heard of before. It's called the New Hampshire Bank Pavilion. That guy Papa Roach was playing there. I was listening to Papa Roach.
Wow, he's still around?
Yeah, he's a thing still, I guess.
Wow.
And then there was Chris Stapleton played the next couple nights, so that was interesting. And there is a place called Rattlesnake Island. I noticed on there. Are there really rattlesnakes in that shit? Because I jumped in this water like a bunch of times. First of all, best week for a vacation as far as the heat. Like I fucking love the heat.
Totally. I was thinking that the whole time. I'm like, he left. I forgot.
Oh, I just love when it's just 1 million degrees and you just jump in. I could just sit there all fucking day. It feels so good. But yeah. Anyway. So we're back. Thank you guys for bearing with me and still being here. I'm good. I burned a lot. You can't really tell in the light right now, but I burned the shit out of myself. But I need to, I'm pasty. That's how we tan, folks. That's Irish folks. We burn. You got to burn first, and then you get it. You
burn like 30 times, then you finally get a decent tan, then it's over. Then you get white.
Yeah. So I'll be back to pasty real quick. But anyway, guys, welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I've gone ahead and I've shared the link to the stream on the various social media pages that we currently are running. The Turtleboy Daily News Facebook page, the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page. That page, the Turtleboy Daily News page, up to almost 33,000 followers, which is a third of the way to 100,000, and it was gaining a lot of followers in the last week or so before this vacation, so it was on fire. Also, like the Clarence Woods Emerson account, that's my personal account, And you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter, my 2 accounts, which I was only tweeting from one account this week. I was tweeting from the @Turtleboy phone account because that's the only account I use on my phone. So follow that one, but you can also follow @Dr. Turtleboy, which is my primary account, which I just tweeted out from now. Follow us on Instagram @Turtleboy_daily_news. And yeah, so follow us pretty much everywhere. All the links are in the bio below. You want to do that, it's cool. Yeah, follow Turtleboy. Oh, most importantly, make sure you guys have smashed that subscribe button if it's your first time here, which I doubt it's anyone's first time here. I don't know. If it is, smash that subscribe button, put it on the notifications bell so you know every time that we go live, because we do this every Tuesday to Saturday night at 9 p.m. On Thursday nights, we do a little thing called Turtle Club. You got to join Turtle Club for $15 a month. You get ad-free. You get access to the ad-free on the website, tvdailynews.com. You get access to the Thursday night premium stream that nobody else gets, and you get a free t-shirt of your choice. You just got to let me know which one you want, and I send it out to you ASAP. So yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, and I'll join Turtle Club. The beauty of that is I don't have to worry about advertisers. I find it a pain in the ass to make advertisers happy, and they're always, getting pressured to like not advertise with us because people don't like the things that we say on here. It's just not worth it. So the best way to make this completely, instead of making the advertiser the customer, we turn you into the customer when you join Turtle Club, and it ensures that the content will never ever be censored, will never be pressured to stop saying things, and it comes in handy with the 5 million lawsuits that I'm always seem to be involved in. But Oakley dokley, am I forgetting anything? Oh, where you repping, right? Let's do a little where you
and
repping.
the link too.
I already posted the link.
I know, but mention it.
Oh yeah, okay. I will. Well, first let's do the where are you repping. So let us know in the comments right now, where are you watching the Turtleboy live show from tonight? Go ahead.
You got your iced coffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Fresh. Fitchburg's in the house. Dennisport, Whitman, Dudley, the food stamp line, Tucson, Auburn, Dennisport, Weymouth. What else we got? Nashua, Charles River, Conway, New Hampshire, Marion, Ohio, Nashua. Let's see, Stonington, Connecticut, Boca Raton, Scituate, Mattapoisett, Cape Cod, Enfield, Connecticut, Auburn, London, Holyoke is in the house. Paper City Gamer Jeff. Okay, Mid Maine is in the house. Hampton Beach. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Brockton, the Orange Line. Glendale's here. I think that's Arizona. The Northern Hemisphere. Very specific. A Russian jail cell. Ooh, we're going to talk about her tonight too. Didi Delgado's Stench Trench. Wouldn't recommend it. Sparkle City. What the heck, Sparkle City?
Provincetown?
My mom's basement. I thought I lived in my mom's basement. Sutton's here. London, Ontario is here. Violence in Boston headquarters. Okay, so Southington, Connecticut. All right, cool. All right, guys, if you guys like the content that we have here at Turtleboy and you want to, help it continue, chip in a little bit, tip us if you will. There's a link at the top called Turtle Chat. You see, we have been demonetized by YouTube, so we can't obviously use we had the wrong opinions about the climax about a year ago around this time, the mandates, Joe Biden's mandates. And so they said, you can't donate to us anymore on here using the super chat function. So we just built our own thing. It's called Turtle Chat. If you click on that link that's pinned to the top, or if you do a Cash App to $ Uncle Turtleboy, it's a link and you can donate whatever amount of money you want. I will get an email or a text notification about that, and I will alert people. I'll bring it up on the big screen, and whatever message that you put along with that will be broadcasted on here. So you can give a shout out to your friend. Oh, we already got one here. Let's see what this one is. This one's from Christine. Let's see what we got here. A very generous donation, Christine. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. She says $100. That's very generous. She says that Turtleboy fella. So that is the message that Christine chose to give on her thing. You can do whatever you want. It's your Turtle Chat. So you can call somebody out. You can, I've missed all the drama. I haven't missed it at all, to be perfectly honest with you. So I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what people are saying. And that's a great thing, man. I just don't pay attention to that shit. So All right. I think we're about ready to get started, Deb, right?
Yeah, which one do you want to do first?
Let's start. So I want to get to 3 stories that we didn't cover last week, and then I want to talk about Alex Jones, and I want to talk about Brittney Griner. So why don't we start with dealer's choice, whatever one you want to start with.
What, you want to do Abington first? Because that was a big one.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. The sugar baby one.
Did we do part of it? We might have. Let's see.
Oh, I think I did cover this.
I think we did the first
on Tuesday.
vlog,
Okay.
But
not the follow up. Okay. Yeah. So the sun.
Let's do the
All right, let's do the one on the sun then. We'll start with that.
Right. Cool.
Oakley dokley. So you might have recalled that we did a blog earlier in the week, earlier last week or the week before, whatever, about basically a Barbie doll named Martha Butler, who had a house full of dogs and cats that were taken from her due to neglect. We showed you the images of the inside of that house, and they were horrific, right? Yeah, the dog. You can scroll down. The dogs in the cages.
No, so I have to stop.
What is that thing? What's that document right
this
there?
This is her ex-husband's thing about the kids.
Right. Okay. So about what? So he had been, Derek. So Derek, she's got this guy. So she's got this sugar daddy. It's been a while. She's got this sugar daddy named Alan Sklar, who's just, he's an old dude that pays for her shit, and she probably sucks his dick, and they're satisfied with this transactional thing. It's not prostitution though. It's not prostitution.
Never.
You have to be standing on a street corner and spending all your money that you make off of sex on heroin. If you don't do that, apparently you're not a prostitute. That's how it works. So, that somehow that's not prostitution, this whole thing that they have going on here. But, because she loves him, obviously. She loves him. That's why she doesn't live with him. She lives in this house by herself. And she's got kids. She's got 3 kids. And this guy, the sugar daddy, Sklar, has a grown-ass son named Derek, I believe his name, Derek Sklar. And Derek Sklar, according to the divorce documents, because this woman is, I think she's still going through the divorce. I looked them up in probate court. They allege that this gentleman, the exact wording was that of greater concern is my children's exposure to Alan's adult son, Derek. The adult son, Derek. Because let's see, who lives with him. Both boys have knowledge of things of a sexual nature inappropriate for their age and make inappropriate comments. When corrected and asked where they learned such things, they have said Derek, as recently as last weekend, while assisting one of the kids use the bathroom, he said, "Daddy, I don't have any hair on my wee-wee like Derek." My mother was also concerned about some things they had done recently. I have concern about this behavior for the past 3 or 4 years. I've discussed it with Martha, but she had in the past refused to bring this other child to a counselor and apparently has continued to allow the boys to be around Derek. So Derek is extremely creepy, allegedly, according to these documents. Now, I know it's probate court, so a lot of things are said. Things get messy in divorces. I know how this works. People bring out allegations or whatever, but all I'm saying is this is what has been alleged. Okay. And why? I mean, are they lying? I don't know. They're saying these things under oath, but that did happen, that the kids did allege that according to these court documents. That's all I'm saying. And so I messaged this guy, and you see the message, scroll down to the message. So I messaged this guy and I said, "Hey, yo," because that's how I'm a professional journalist. That's how all professional journalists reach out to sources. They say,
and all professional adults, like sons, reach back at 3:12 a.m.
Is that what time he messaged me? 3:12. Wow,
3:12 in the morning.
He goes, "How dare you speak on my name with that fucking bullshit?" How dare you? You better remove my name from any of your dumbass blogs with that fake ass bullshit. False information and harassment on my name will be dealt with accordingly if you fail to do yourself. So I will not. Spoiler alert, Derek. I'm not. He blocked me too, so I couldn't respond. I'm not going to be taking anything down. Definitely not now. That's the exact opposite. If you want a blog taken down, pro tip, don't threaten to sue. That will increase the chances that the blog will remain up purely out of spite at that point. But more importantly, in this case, you haven't shown any evidence that none of like that. You haven't explained that like none of this is untrue. Never did he once say, no, those kids are being coached, or he didn't say anything like that. Just like, take that down because I don't like it and it's false. Oh, okay, Derek. So he has blocked me. And I do have, by the way, I have a picture. Somebody sent me a picture of her, the Barbie doll.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. It's not pretty. It's oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, when she's not on camera, she probably looks like hell. It probably takes her all day to set
no,
up.
it is fucking rugged, son. It is brisk, as they say in these streets. Let me see it. I had it in here. Please tell me please tell me I didn't erase it. It is so bad.
You don't know shit.
I erase a lot of stuff. I have too much freaking storage on my phone, so I have to keep deleting shit all the time. And I delete hundreds of images at a time. So it's like I might have accidentally. Let me see my recently deleted. How many are in my recently deleted?
Laura can find it. Yeah, Laura's like, I can find it. Yeah.
No, I don't think I shared it with you guys.
Yeah, I don't think you did. I remember. Like I think I would have remembered that.
Hold on, I got it in there. So how do you find recently deleted? Cancel. Let me see. Give me 1 sec.
How recently is it? You can only go back for a little bit.
Well, it was sent to me before I went on vacation.
Oh, did you delete it before that? While you were on vacation or before vacation?
No, I deleted a bunch of shit today or yesterday or something when I was just going through my phone. Let me see if I can find it though. It might be in here. I got 5 million fucking pictures. All right, hold on. Let's see. Vacation pics. I might have fucking. There's a way to see like recently deleted shit in your phone, right?
I don't know on Apple. I know on mine I can, but let me see.
Hold on. I'm going to find it. I got it. I know I got it in there. Bear with me. Okay, recently deleted. I'm going to find it. I swear to God it's in there. Okay. Probably got it.
Open photos, tapped albums tab, scroll down, tap recently deleted album, then tap select.
Okay. So, all right, I think I got it. So 29 days. So if you, okay. Bear with me, folks. How's everybody doing? How's people doing in the comments? Anybody got anything interesting to say?
Everybody is all excited. No, because a bunch of people are like, what I missed, and I didn't know that you were going to be back. Yay.
Yeah, I kind of spontaneously decided to do this. It was a last minute thing. Because I'm like, you know what? I just miss being on there. I miss coming on and seeing Turtle Riders, and I got withdrawals. I'm like, you know what? I got a lot to talk about. Like, because I've been watching the news. I have been paying attention to the news.
Yeah,
I did send it. I did send it. Oh, I did. Okay. So this is not. Thank you very much. Okay, I got it.
No worries.
I didn't know. All right.
Now you know. See?
Yeah. So can you bring up a picture first, Deb, of her as like how she presents herself, and then I'll show you what she actually.
Oh no, you mean like the real picture?
I wrote a blog about her. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought you meant like that one.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Here.
Here we go. Like this chick.
Yeah, should go to the first blog. Show the first blog about it. There's tons of pictures of her in there.
Can you just let me like swap over? Hold on, I'm sharing the second thing. Like that. Nice eyes though. It's probably fake too.
No, let's see. You got it? Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. Sorry. All right, yeah, so I mean, look at her. I mean, she looks like a Barbie doll, right?
100%,
that's a
yeah.
nice. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what she actually looks like in real life without filters and fun stuff like that. Okay, so here's one picture here. There it is.
Oh, rugged!
Yikes!
Oh,
son!
God.
Yeah, that's.
You can't even see the front view. Oh my God.
Not quite the same. Yikes! Okay, that's
no wonder
not
he
good.
doesn't live with her, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Or I got this one. This one's an even better one. Let me share this one. Yikes!
Oh God.
Oh.
God.
That I didn't see those. I didn't see that cellulite in the Instagram pictures. I wonder
Oh,
why.
that's
Nah, not
a
that I'm
whole
hating
aisle
it.
of cottage cheese.
Not that I'm hating against people who have cellulites. Like a lot of
No,
people
but
deal with this, but like, it's
we,
amazing.
we all have it after a certain age. I have it, but I don't go on Facebook, show my beautiful thighs, and then fucking walk around with my real cellulite dangling.
And that is why filters should be illegal, because that is so fucking fake.
And it's
That
scary,
is
dude.
not
Because
even
at this
close.
point, like what they can do is nuts. That is like
Yeah.
a literal trans fucking formation every photo. It doesn't even look
Yep.
different.
Yep. So, all right, cool. Enough with that. Let's talk about the story out of Worcester. Can you bring up that blog about the video shows Aunt of Worcester teen thief? That one. There she blows. Okay, cool. All right. So we had an interesting situation happen before I left on vacation out of Worcester. It was like 2 weekends ago. There's this intersection in Worcester. It's in the ghetto. For those of you unfamiliar with Worcester, this place called Kirsch Liquors. It is like the most ghetto. I did a blog years ago about the most ghetto liquor stores in Worcester, and it was the most ghetto. It is like you drive through that area. It's like it's the barrier between where downtown Worcester starts, and downtown Worcester's like, the Hanover Theater there. And it's like, it's a little bit nicer in downtown. Not real nice, but there's somewhat respectability down there. And then Main South. If you just keep going on Main Street, you end up in Main South, which is the ghetto. And that intersection right there where Chandler Street crosses it and it kind of heads towards where the Woo Sox play now is an intersection of ratchetness constantly. Like it's a junkie haven. And for whatever reason, cars are always crashing into Kirsch Liquors. Okay. And so there was an incident that happened 2 weeks ago in which these, it was like, I don't know. I think there's 5 kids in the car. It was a stolen car, and the car was going 68 miles an hour down Main Street, and it just went through a red light and it hit 2 other cars, and none of the teenagers in the stolen car were wearing a seatbelt, so they all got ejected from the car. Is that video in this blog that we have here?
This is the second one, yeah, with the video. Yeah.
You have a video of the actual crime scene?
Yeah.
I don't think it's
This
in
is the
this
second
one.
one. This is the second blog you sent me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her blaming it. So hold on, stop over.
Okay, bring the other one up. Yeah. So yeah, I'll show you the crime. Like, it's a crazy scene what they found there. Okay, here it is. There. Yep. Keep going down. Oh no. Yep. Go to the video. There it is. This is okay. So trigger warning, guys. This is
brutal.
This isn't pretty. Hope we don't get in trouble for this.
You need to blur that. It's fucking insane.
Oh, but they're alive, so. What country is this? Called Worcester. Worcester. Okay, so that's what it was like. And you know what? When I first saw this incident happened, I'm like reading the comments, and I'm like, I thought about writing about it, but I'm like, I don't really need to shit on this fucking. I mean, I'm like, all I said in the comments section when this first came out was, thank God the 2 innocent people that were hit survived. That's really like everybody in that stolen car. I really could give a fuck less about. I know they're kids. One of them was 18, and they're in a stolen fucking car. I've had my car stolen in Worcester before. It's a violating feeling. I fucking hated it, and they always get away with it. These little fucking hood rats. you know, I lived in the edge. I lived near Leicester when I was in Worcester and Webster Square, and so they had to go. I lived on like a dead end street, and apparently we had a freaking spare key in the car, and I didn't even know it came with the car, and they found it, and so they stole the car, and we woke up to go on vacation the next day, and the fucking car was gone. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so,
Crazy.
of course, they found it. They put in, the police are constantly running plates and these things come up. And so they find it on Belmont Hill one day, a bunch of hood rats driving around in it. The cops, they see a cop, they get out of the car and they ditch it. And everything was gone. They took the baby seat. They took, they destroyed that fucking car. Like, it's filled with blunt roaches, obviously, you name it. I think there was needles in there. I don't know if there was needles actually, because it was like, these are just young punks. But if they were older, they definitely have needles. That's for sure. But I don't know. I think I hate car thieves. It's like, fuck car thieves. And I really don't give a shit if car thieves die. I don't care. I don't care if you're 16. And my first thought when this came out was obviously, thank God the innocent people survived in this one. And I have absolutely, part of me feels bad because those kids in that car had no shot in life. Like, they obviously, this is the result of shitty parenting. I knew it right away. I'm like, under no and I said that in the comments, and I'm like, this is obviously like, where were their parents? Like, you're driving around a stolen car. This is shitty parenting. And I'm the only media outlet that calls out the biggest problem in America today.
God forbid anyone says anything bad about the fucking people responsible for what happens. Like,
well, I blame the people who raised these young idiots.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because
like,
they
obviously, it's their fault. Like, these kids are 13-year-olds who never fucking got taught difference between right and wrong, basics.
No, they never got.
Cool. That's fine.
Yeah, they were probably encouraged to do shit like this. It's like, that's normal. And running from the police, it's like, these kids obviously feared nothing. I mean, that's a dangerous street. They went 68 miles an hour. It's fucking crazy on this street.
And you don't know how to drive a fucking car. You're 13. You're gonna balls out like that. Like, fuck.
Yeah. So in this first blog, do we still have the first blog up? Let's just go through the first blog. Okay. So in this first blog that we did on this woman, I wasn't going to write about it until this woman came forward, the aunt, and let's look at her pictures.
Oh, you know.
Oh, yeah. Keep on. Oh, Jesus Christ. And she's BLM, obviously, blah, 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 pro-rioting, you name it.
She's valedictorian or something. I love it.
Her name is Erica Clay. So she claims that you may not need me that educated, speak for self. I have degrees, one in social science and one in business, and graduated valedictorian. I'm that educated.
Capital G, graduated.
I graduated valedictorian from what school? Like what? What?
You graduated valedictorian of absolutely jack shit. That's all.
Most people don't read shit, but like I said to her, now is not the time to share fake news, especially about coronavirus. She's talking about corona? Okay, I don't even know. Bitch, bye. Not doing it. Neither one of you dumbass bitches would ever say to me in the yard, because y'all know me from jail on the street.
Prison
Run
yard.
along, dummy. Oh, so okay. So she's actually, so that's her thing. Like, I've been in this. So she's a valedictorian of something. Business degree.
Or maybe she got all those degrees in prison, so she was the best one in prison.
Maybe that's it. So she shared a video of that she obtained of surveillance. So when this came out, I'm like, okay, the policy of all police departments nowadays is to not pursue these people. Just let them go. And some people agree with that policy, others don't. The reason the police have this policy is because they're like, you can't outrun a radio. Like, we're going to catch you eventually. Like, we have your plates. We're going to run them all the time. We're going to find you. And we don't want an innocent person getting killed by these idiots in the process, which almost happened in Worcester. Thank God nobody did. And so the official statement from the police is that there was no pursuit at the time, that that the police officers responded to it, but that they weren't chasing them or anything like that. And so a video comes out, and let's see, she plays the video on her page, and she's acting like this is some sort of smoking gun, like, aha. So play that video. So look at that car. Woo! Okay, one miss. This is about 15 or 16 seconds before finally. See, okay, so pause it right there. I know it's upside down, looks stupid, but there are people there that have come out of some buildings there and have obviously heard a loud noise. Now you see blue lights coming. Now, if this was a crash, if this was like an actual chase that led up to this crash, then that police officer would have been right behind him. There's like a 15 or 20 second interval there where no police officer. So that's not a chase. That's not. Clearly not they weren't engaging in the high speed chase. Now they were probably following behind it because that's what you do. You set up like a perimeter and you try to keep an eye on them as best as possible, pursue them at full speed and do that whole shootout thing, Fast and the Furious. But you can at least, keep an eye on them. And so but then watch this. So play the rest. So there the cop has the blue lights on. They stop. I don't know why they make this sideways like this. And then the cop, people are running towards the scene.
Or
one guy or in a wheelchair. And then that cop turns around. Now, you'll see like 16 more cars come out here. So, like, here's traffic coming in, and they're obviously going to encounter this horrific accident up ahead.
That cop was probably going to, like, stop the traffic or something on the other side.
Yeah, probably. No, well, they had an explanation for what they're doing, we're going to say, actually. And so then finally, after a bunch of cars come, you're going to see two cop cars with their blue lights on emerge. Eventually. It's like a minute and 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I see it. I think they're coming. I see it. Yeah, you can see the lights in the window there. Oh, wait, never mind. That was fucking the storefront. I'm like, why is it green?
They're coming eventually. Okay, there they are. Okay, so there's the police coming. And then, okay, so you can X out of this.
Good, my neck was hurting.
So, so she posts, Erica Clay is this woman's name, and she posts on the page the following about what she said. So these are the incidents before and after accident. You cannot see the accident or any of the children, but you can see the cops with these lights activated seconds behind them, which they said they didn't pursue. People heard it and came out the building and ran towards them to help. The cops' first instinct was to stop. He tried to U-turn so fast he almost struck that black SUV that swerved around him, had to go over the yellow line to avoiding it. Then the cop U-turns and leaves the scene of the accident as civilians run to help. Please make it make sense. A 14-year-old died, a 13-year-old actually. A child lost his limb, a foot. Children were ejected out of this car. Worcester PD is trying to cover this up and denying that they pursued the children. The video shows that they did not. No. They've changed their statement. And so, okay, so riddle me this, Deb. Let's suppose that cop, if the cop did not do the U-turn, right? Would that girl have died?
Probably.
Yeah, because she was fucking dead on impact.
Yep.
She was fucking dead. That cop doing a U-turn wasn't going to make a goddamn difference.
What happened was done. Yeah, that was, and he knew it. And he knew he had to, like, go elsewhere to, like, continue.
Yeah, and I went down to that. I went down to Sycamore Street where he turned around, and I actually looked at there, and you can't see it. It's around a bend. You wouldn't be able to see it, and you obviously wouldn't be able to hear it. And so that's perfectly plausible that he didn't see it. And like, what the fuck is he going to do when he gets there? And they were there 90 seconds later, and they were still dead.
That actually makes exact sense because the people came out, they were running, right? He did the U-turn because he probably heard the radio.
Well, they explain why they did the U-turn in a moment, but basically here, these kids did, let's just review all the shit that they did. They stole a vehicle. They drove it 68 miles an hour on Main Street. They ran through a red light. They crashed into two cars. They were not wearing seatbelts, and the parents had no idea what they are. Only in BLM America could this possibly be blamed on the police. Like, there's a lot of people that deserve blame here. First and foremost, the kids in the car who made the choice to do this. Every single one of them chose to be involved in this. When I was their age, I had fears like I wasn't going to get in a stolen car because I was raised properly.
Me too.
And
I
that's
would
where
never even dream of that. Like,
right. And that's where problem number 2 comes in, is the parents who seem to think this is normal and are just like, this is just part of the teenage experience growing up. This makes me sick. I'm so disgusted. They can't lie no more. Now it's on us to do right by these babies. Now, your chance to do right by these babies was, during the first 15 years of their life, when you completely failed them. And she said, but it's okay because they had their lights on. That's what she literally says. They said the vehicle the kids were in didn't have their lights on, which we can all see it did. Oh, congratulations. They had their stolen car had lights on. That's fucking great. That changes everything. Now that you bring that up. Oi, I don't know what to believe until I saw this video and him U-turn. He knew the moment it happened, he was wrong. Everyone needs to screen record this and share it and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all y'all, as y'all watch this, don't forget to step up for that little girl who lost her life via her voice to do the right thing and at least share it. Like, what? Why? Like, what the fuck did the cop do? And even so, somebody comments and is like, that guy KC was the voice of reason on her page, and he's like, dude, yeah, yeah. And so he goes, you realize even after they stopped, they're still going to follow along, keep a perimeter. Everything I just said, basically. He said, you realize they stopped pursuit at Main Street at 9:30 and did not follow and did not activate the lights. That looks like Sycamore on Main Street. You realize they were 7 seconds behind them, not 20 minutes. They left the scene. Whatever. Okay. It's just like, who cares? And so she's, cops lie. Everybody lies. Everybody's lying to me. All this shit. A child died, and oh my God, okay. And by the way, she also said this. She said, all I have to say, let me read this to you. All I have to say is when it comes to my family, fuck the smoke. I'm a start a California forest fire in Massachusetts. Call me Carrie because I'm a burn shit down with the look. Don't let me ever come out this hospital to an angry mom talk about my nephew. Never. In the name of Allah. Of Allah, never. Yeah.
Don't let.
Yeah, apparently. Don't let them catch me near nobody speaking ill about any of these children or their parents. If y'all want someone to blame the adult at 8 Mott Street that allows these children to smoke and drink in a house, hold and drinks with them. That knew these children had a stolen car, had warrants. Yeah, I do. I blame whoever she is too, but she's not the one.
Why is she babysitter then, lady? Like, why are you letting her?
Yeah, why are you there? You know this person is a problem. Why are you allowing the kid around there?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So they're all of the parents are equally if your kid is in that car, you have completely failed as a parent. Shut the fuck up. You should bow your head in shame and never be seen in public again. But we live in a world where the Democrats basically cater to the people like this. And they're just like, oh, yeah, this is a real tragedy. They kept calling them victims. There was a goddamn whatever. What do they call those things where you go? A vigil. They had a vigil for these kids. They're victims. They're real victims. They weren't victims. They're criminals.
Parenting. They're victims of their mom who sucked.
Yeah. So if I were, running the world as I should be, then this is how it would play out. So every parent would be thrown in jail because you failed as your number one job. You're done. Like, you're going to jail. And the 4 remaining kids, you're all being charged as accessories to murder. Boom. Done. Because she's dead because of you. And if she had survived, we'd charge her ass too, but she's dead. So we can't charge her from the grave. So you're going to have to pay for her death because somebody's got to pay, and you killed her. Especially the driver, whoever the fuck the driver is. You're going to jail. Period. All of you. Enough with this shit. You're not a victim. There should be no GoFundMe for this. You're all assholes. And I don't want to say I don't know if you deserve to die, if anyone really deserves to die, but you earned that shit. You earned that shit like a motherfucker. You're dead because of your actions. 1,000%. What the fuck did you think was going to happen going through a red light 70 miles an hour? Boom. You're dead. Like, you're so lucky to be alive. Shut up. Like,
and that's the issue with the kids. They're so young; they don't even have like full capacity to like be like, let me think this through before I do that shit. You know, like so that's her too. That's poor parenting too.
So the Worcester police held a press conference. If you scroll down. Yeah, that's the other thing, and I found interesting with this, Deb. Don't you? Why haven't they said who the dead girl is yet? Like usually when this happens, if she's a victim, they'd be like, you know, R.I.P. Right? Whatever, and you know you can donate to this girl wherever. They haven't released it. They haven't released the names of any of the other kids involved in this crash or anything like that. Very, very interesting.
Sounds like an open investigation to me.
So the no, I'm talking about the family. Like, why isn't, you know, like, oh, you're honoring her, right? Why haven't you said who she is? Interesting. Very interesting. Almost like they know that they're not victims. But,
right. You know, right.
So the Worcester police were forced to have a press conference in which they talked about everything that happened. And I kind of summarized it in the bullets below this. And they said that basically, an officer in Main South had left his car in the area of between May and Main Street, about half a mile from the crash, after being transported by an ambulance to the hospital in the night. So he left his squad car down there. 2 officers in 1 patrol car were sent to that area to retrieve the squad car. And when they were in the general vicinity of it, they put their lights on. By putting their lights on, they spooked a white SUV, which was stolen. And the driver, and so the kids in the stolen SUV thought, they assumed, you know, they're in a stolen car, and they see blue lights, they freak out.
They said, "Oh shit,
they're coming for us." They weren't coming for you. They were going there to get their squad car, and so they freak out. They go through the red light on May and Main, and they start booking it down Main Street. And the cop's like, "What the fuck?" and starts following them a little bit, and then sees the squad car that he's looking for. And that's why he did the U-turn. That's the police's statement. Quite frankly, I don't really give a shit. The police are irrelevant to this entire fucking story. They didn't cause this. They didn't make those kids get in a stolen car. They didn't make them drive 68 miles an hour on Main Street. Okay? So, and so this woman presents herself at this press conference. Did you see how she looked at the press conference? Look at her.
Just all fucking burning up and shit.
No, down.
Look at her all pissed right there.
Down.
The picture of her.
Oh, yeah. You know, she looked presentable there with glasses. Oh, yeah. Real, you know.
Well, you have to be because you're on TV, so you got to.
But she did. She had time. She had time to get her nails done and her hair done, though. So that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, you know, in between going to the hospital constantly, right? Instead of being on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but then you go to her Facebook page, and she is ratchet as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, let's check out her Facebook page, shall we?
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Okay. No, keep going.
That's good.
Keep going.
Little ass muncher.
Yeah. If anyone in the city didn't know, Remy Clay is the daughter of Erica Michelle Clay. Let me be the first to tell you, you fuck with my child, you will directly deal with me. If your child thinks they're going to fuck with my child, you will directly deal with me. You as an adult run up on my child with any issue, you will directly deal with everyone that stands behind her directly through me. And I will beat you unrecognizable. My child is untouchable. Don't cop no please, because only Allah can save you from me. Once you cross that point of no return, is you dumb? Hashtag 7 foot tall Erica. These little babies is protected over here. Maybe it's like, okay, so funny that she didn't say any of that at the press conference. I remember when my mom posted something like that. Oh, wait, no, that didn't happen because I was raised by a normal woman who didn't threaten other parents and act ratchet on social media, okay? And then you got her, she got, you know, she's doing the whole phone with the $100 bills thing because obviously she's a drug dealer. Yeah, and she's constantly posting about bitches, you know. Imagine me being bothered by a bitch hating on me and the whole
sounds a little painful, but I swear it pays off. Sounds a little painful. Maybe it's not drug dealing.
She's also posting graveyard selfies with some guy named Robert Eugene Chavis Steels. His name is Steels. Yeah, your boy, shockingly, OG Steels is dead. I thought OG Steels would live forever. I'm sure he was in a really respectable line of work. And why don't we keep going down, play the video of her at the press conference and her and this other guy talking. I think it's her brother.
That's up fire.
No, down. No, it's down.
It's still down?
Yep, keep going. Way down. Did you
I know.
right there?
I don't know why it went way back up.
Is you dumb? Is you
She
dumb?
was just saying how she has all these degrees. Is you dumb?
Bitch, I'm a valedictorian. Is you dumb? Is you dumb?
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
That one.
There it is. Play that video.
It pulls to the right. Another vehicle stops. As he said,
The cop U-turning.
The cop turned around.
Almost strikes the car that's about to pass him, and he stops. The car swerves around him, continues on. They say they have a conversation. You can't really see that from the video, but the car continues. The cop U-turns, so goes out of frame.
She's all respectable here.
Later, they come off that same street, going towards the accident.
We don't know exactly, just like they said, we really don't know until we get all the information and see everything. So we're not making any assumptions or jumping to any conclusions, but we are, all the families need to be supported, and we just want to get the right information so that we all know what's going on and we can go from there.
Do you feel
in the
better?
video, does it look as if the officers turned away from the
Yes.
crash?
It looks like they leave the scene of the accident.
It
There's
looks that
people
way,
running
but like as he
next to
said,
them. There's
it's
people
just the
running from
video.
behind them.
We don't have all of the video, so.
It is seconds before they are in frame, but you can tell people in that area heard something loud enough that made them come out and look, and they're running directly in front of the officer, on the side of the officer, from behind the officer towards the accident, and the officer turns around and leaves.
So police said there was no chase. Do you believe that story?
It's questionable.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe because they are right behind them with their lights on, and as you
And
heard
then
him
there were
say,
two separate narratives that were given.
You can pause it.
Initially, there was one statement that was given that they were
You can pause
following,
it.
and then they stopped. Then there was.
Yeah. So, she's all respectable there. Like,
It's like,
Don't
why weren't
worry,
you?
no.
You should have been this woman to your kids. This would have been a great role model.
first of all, these aren't even her kids. It's her nephew.
her nephew.
We're going to get to them in a moment. The real mom in a moment. But it's funny because she's putting on this face at the press conference where she's like misrespectable here. And, I really think they were chasing, and, from the video, it certainly looks like that. And then on Facebook, she's over here saying, oh, y'all bitches is talking shit about my son. I'm going to fuck your ass up. Them cops, fuck the police. So she's a very different person. And I'm watching this press conference, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, listen to you listen to the reporters there asking her like these leading questions, like, do you blame police? Like, they want her to be like, yeah, like they're looking for that anti-police narrative. You saw the way that they're not a single reporter there has the balls to ask her the real question is, where the fuck were you? Why are they out this late at night? Did they do this a lot? Why were they in a stolen car? Like, who is this person at 8 Mott Street that you're all worried about? And why did you let your nephew go over there? Where do you blame your criminal nephew for this? Like, why do you blame police more than yourself and your criminal nephew? Right. And none of the reporters have the balls to ask any questions like that. That's for goddamn sure. But yeah, so this is, very different from the post that she had up there, and kind of interesting in that regard. So why don't we go to let's go to the second blog on this, because we found out more about the family, because I kept finding. So this woman immediately starts posting about me, the usual shit. While you're bringing that up, why don't I got a little dono to share here? And I got a Cash App I got to bring up too. So we got Glamma Suze sends 25 big ones, and she says, welcome back, Eden. Thank you very much, Glamma Suze. I appreciate that. Glad to be back here. I got a Cash App too, I believe. From 7 Pounder sends 10 big ones, and he says, welcome back. We all missed you. Well, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Okay. So, all right, so let's talk. So this woman goes and does the usual thing. So she shares, first of all, I'd like to point out she shared Masshole Report, which is a blog written by a woman who lost 2 of her kids to the state, and which is just so fitting in this because they're both shitty parents. Like shitty parent uses the ultimate shitty parent as a source for her opinions on me and calls me a sexual predator and all this, the usual nonsense. What did she say there? What does that one say?
I want to thank Turtleboy for using so many great pictures of me.
Oh, that's what she says first. So she wants to thank me for the pictures, but then she started still not bothered. Oh, and so there's a page called like Aiden Cheats. I don't even acknowledge it. I'm pretty sure it's run by Shannon LeBerry. It's the new Turtleboy secret. And it's just obsessed with me. I just
that
don't
one's been around for a while, actually.
But she seems to think that account is me. You see what she posted? She goes, "Tell Aiden Cheats, aka Turtleboy, known sex offender, to eat his heart out. Prim and proper, Mrs. Huxtable, hair and nails, did sir."
Stay dead, sir.
Oh, they stay dead. Okay, so
no matter what.
If he wasn't busy touching children, he would known grown ass women do things like this. Thank you. So that's interesting.
I haven't got my hair done or my nails like since way before I had a child because whatever. But
this is important to her. So if you let's go down some more and we again she's not the mother. The real mother is named Anitra Gamble. On Facebook, she goes by Melanin Monroe because, of course, she does.
That's a great name.
She works as a medical secretary at UMass Hospital, but in 2007, she was charged with felony A and B with a dangerous weapon. So nice mom there. In 2019, she was charged with larceny after she stole her ex-girlfriend's work vehicle during a messy breakup in Maine South and parked it around the block and stole her wallet and work phone and then refused to open the door, and the police came to question her, and we published the police report of that. So again, I wasn't planning on even digging this deep into this, but they poked the turtle, Deb. I mean, they say don't poke the turtle for a reason. I mean, this woman really thought that she was going to get on Facebook and be like, "Oh yeah, fuck Turtleboy, I'm going to call him a sex offender," and then he's just going to stop.
He'll cry and hide himself. No, please.
Pro tip, people, if you're going to do something like that, please make sure you don't have like a million skeletons in your closet, because I'm going to find all of them. It's kind of what I do. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm known for. I'm going to find it all, and I'm going to publish it. And I'm going to use it to humiliate you, embarrass you, and expose you, because you don't. And it worked, because what you're about to read and what we're about to talk about here. She got rid of her Facebook pages. Or at least she made everything private. I don't know.
Yeah, finally. Which should have been anyways, but
can somebody tell me, is her page still up? Yeah, and smash that like button too, guys. If you get this, smash that like button. Oh, and if anybody else wants to donate to Turtle Chat, by the way, like we just did there a couple of minutes ago with Glam Masseuse, the link is at the top there. You can click on that. You can donate whatever amount of money you want, and I will get the think about it. These people are so narcissistic. Melanin, more like melanin. I might have to use that one in a future blog. Melanin Manson. I like that one. Okay, so she's a piece of shit, obviously. And she likes to, get knocked up by gangbangers. Her ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy, Andrew Robinson, was well known to authorities and lived a lifestyle of violence. It had many enemies, and thus in 2007, he was murdered by rival hood boogers in a home invasion. So that's, the kind of, that actually might be the kid that was in this accident. I don't know. But, if you're well known to police like that, you're not a good father to your children. Like you got knocked up by a shithead, and obviously you make shitty life choices too. This didn't happen accidentally. But anyway, Erica Clay might not be the mother to any of these kids, but she's a failure of a parent in her own regard. So she has a son. His name, Deb, is Cassius Clay. I shit you not.
Cassius.
Do you know who Cassius Clay is?
Do I know? No, it's not really his name. Probably is it? Is it?
No, that's his name.
That's his like.
No, his name.
On the
his
birth
name.
certificate or Facebook.
His name is Cassius Clay.
Like really? Okay.
Do you know who Cassius Clay is?
Neither way. No.
Okay, so Cassius Clay is Muhammad Ali. That's Muhammad Ali's.
Oh, for real? Slave name?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's his real name, and he changed it to his Muslim name or whatever, because that's the thing to do in the late 60s. And so she named her son Cassius fucking Clay. And because remember, I think she claims anybody that's gone to jail is black, claims to be a Muslim. It's like the thing to do
all the time.
And so this woman, I mean, she's been to jail, so she's like, I'm a Muslim now, and so I'm gonna name my son Cassius Clay. And I heard you bitches was looking for me, blah blah blah. Anyway, Cassius shot was involved in a gun incident last year in which a juvenile with a 15-year-old was shot in the face, and he ended up violating, I believe, his parole on that, and so he's sitting in jail awaiting charges. Now, Erica is a bit of a gangbanger herself, and I published all her court docs. If we keep scrolling down, and there we go. Okay, so we got this one is Commonwealth versus Erica Clay. This one is for conspiracy to violate drug laws. That's great. That was in 2012. We also have license suspended in 2020. And again, Erica, this is what I do. So this is what I do, girl. I go deep on your ass. I find, like, you think I don't have access? I'm not going to get access to all your court records and find out every fucking thing about you, and just you're going to call me fucking shit, and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. No, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to expose your ass, girl. That's what I do. That's what I do. So, yeah, what is this one? So she got, this was in, she was traveling on Providence Street. I observed the registration to be traveling in front of me. I activated my lights and conducted a motor vehicle stop. I approached the female officer. Okay, so she's driving without a registration there or a license.
License suspended. Her license is suspended.
Erica Clay of last known address Woodland Street, that's in Maine South, was placed on 2 concurrent terms of 2 years probation after pleading guilty to possession of cocaine with intent to distribute and possession of a firearm without a firearm ID card. So she's like a straight up gangbanger. As a conditions of probation, she was ordered to abide by all DCF service plans, requests, and recommendation. I mean, shocking that she would use a thing called Masshole Report, written by a woman who is also on a DCF plan. So that, birds of a feather there. She helped bail her son out of jail, but he ended up violating the terms of his own release. Oh, and we got a fight video of her. Can we play the fight video of her? This is great. This is her at a bar. She whoops this woman's ass, though. Look at her. Look at her. She's in control. Like, she's just holding that bitch back. Look at that. Look at that. Give it a Heisman, son. Oh! Now she's giving her the Derek Chauvin. Give it to her. Give it to her. She can't breathe.
This one's trying to kick in your shit.
Come on, E. Come on. E, let's go. E, let's go. E, let's go. Let's go. Oh, shit. E, let's go. E, you got it. E, you got it.
I mean, she's not lying. She would kick most women's ass.
Yeah.
You saw that form. Like, she
knows how to fight. She's
woman tried hitting her with a bottle. Okay. And then she somehow just, she did the hood rat helicopter thing, got her by that. But then at one point she was literally holding her like this. Okay. Holding her like this and just being like, bitch, I'm going to smack the fucking shit out of you. She fucking hooks her left leg around and uses the leverage to push her over. Like, that is not the first time she has been in a bar fight like that. Like, this bitch is rugged, son. She got all the cigarettes in Framingham, all of them. She got all the Cheetos, all the commissary. It never went dry for her. So I published that. And again, this is the woman that Mass Live and WCVB and the Turtlegram and Gazette are interviewing and be like, tell us about the police. Tell us how bad, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you blame the police for this? Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. You're a real victim here, Auntie, blah, 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 blah. And somebody said Gawana Jenkins responded to the post because all of her ratchet friends commented.
Of course.
And one says,
I'm surprised none of them knew that this was going to be on. I'm surprised we're not getting bombed in the chat right now.
Nobody earthed him yet. Yeah.
Making, well, that's the new thing.
Yeah. So somebody, I guess that means killed. So nobody killed me yet. Yeah.
And I thought it was unalived.
I mean, I'm waiting for it. A lot of people talk a lot of shit. People try to. I mean, I've proven in court that some people are not threats to me. So I think that a lot of this is just a lot of chatter. And a lot of people talk a big game like they're going to kill me and they're going to kick my ass and do all. Nobody ever does. And I'm waiting for it. I mean, you're more than welcome to try. It's probably not going to end the way you think it is, but you're more than welcome to give it a shot. So I invite you to do that. But anyway, he is the most vile person. Absolutely disgusting to me that he took the time to try and tear someone down for no reason other than likes and shares. Oh, I think I had a good reason, but I hope and pray he gets what's coming to him someday. What, like fame and fortune? Yes, I will take that. Please. Thank you. There's a special place in hell for Turtleboy. Hope he drops the soap. Nope. See, I don't commit crime, so I probably won't be going to jail. So
You're right. I'm not going to catch a case.
There's that. And then you see Jack. Do you see Jack Murray there? Turtle Dookie Sports.
Wow.
Oh, this guy. Wait till you see this guy. I think he's related to former Lieutenant Governor and former Worcester Mayor Tim Murray because he looks like him. He looks like a little Tim Murray here. There he is. Turtle Dookie Sports.
Toilet bowl Dookie news.
No, toilet bowl Dookie news. Okay, so that's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
You look like a 5-year-old in an adult's body.
What's his name? Jack Murray?
Jack Murray. Look at the face.
Okay. Let's see if I can find him. Is he on Facebook still? Let me see.
Yeah. And so is Erica, by the way. Her page is still up.
Oh, she's back?
Yeah, she blocked you, right? You can't find her.
Yeah. I can't find. Let me see if does Jack Murray live in Worcester? I gotta find this guy. I want to message him. So. His name is Jack, right?
Jack Murray, yeah.
Okay.
Worcester. M-U-R-R-A-Y.
He might have blocked me. Let's see if he blocked me. I found a Jack Murray that is from Wachusett. I don't think that's him though. No, okay.
No, his profile picture looks like that was earlier this year. Maybe it's different.
Let me see if I can find him on my alt accounts because I have a few. Okay, yep, there it is. Former waiter at the Willows. So I will copy and paste this onto Clarence, and I bet you it will come up as blocked.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he looks like such a fucking tool bag, this kid.
Oh
yep, so I'm blocked. So
dude.
I am gonna add him as a friend and send him a message real quick.
It just looks like a chode.
Okay. Hi. Okay. I sent him a message and I said, hi. Yo. I said, yo.
Hey. Hi, are you single?
Oh my God. I got to show you my screen of this. So by the way, keep you show all the pictures of him and what a fucking loser he is.
Yeah, get to the end.
You know, he looks like one of these career Democratic politician chodes.
Look at this one. This is my favorite. Thumbs up. Great. Even his family looks kind of like the guy on the.
And so,
left.
dude,
he looks kind of like embarrassed.
And this is classic Democrats. This is what these people are. They're just a bunch of like this kid comes from, I'm sure, a good family with, upper middle class. Life is easy for him. It's gonna, as long as you're a Democrat and loyal to the party, he'll have jobs as consultants, working for his uncle, whoever. This kid will have no problems in life. How the fuck did he become affiliated with these other people and become friends with them?
I know,
because the Democrats need people like this because that's their base. So they have to pretend to care about people like this and know anything about them, and they just try so hard. And it's like, why are you standing for scumbags? That's all you're doing. You're standing for scumbags. Let me see if I can show my window over here. So I can see him on my other page, my other account here. Okay, and he's posting it's his birthday the other day. Okay, and this is from the Turtlegram. The young man at left tied a tourniquet onto one of the victim's legs. And okay, so this was, I guess, at the fucking vigil for it or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, this guy's just a total fucking loser. And yeah. So anyway, that's Jack Murray. Anyway, so I think that's about done with that one. Let me see if I got any more turtle chats.
You have a turtle chat.
Oh, I do. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see what I got here. We got one here from Carrie. Says, well, excuse my extreme tardiness. Hope your vacation was refreshing. Hashtag 413 Turtle Rider. It was quite refreshing. Thank you, Carrie. I'm glad to be back, though. So can I just say this one thing real quick? And by the way, if anyone else would like to donate to that, the link is at the top. Again, if you donate any money, I will get an email notification like that, and you can write a message on there that I will bring up. So You can call out anybody you want. It goes up on that big board. Keep that in mind. So let me just, if you do an Airbnb, like your home is an Airbnb, and you have like a summer vacation spot, like Lake Winnipesaukee or something like that, and you don't have air conditioning, you're a fucking dickhead. Okay.
Well, you guys went to Airbnbs.
Yeah. And I was in charge. I wasn't in charge of it. And we had 2 houses, and one of them had no air conditioning, and it was fucking 1,000,000 degrees.
You were in that one, weren't you?
Yeah. It's just like, dude, and it's like, yeah, when we signed up for it, right, it did say, and I mean, it led to a big fight. Let's just put it that way.
I don't blame you guys.
I won't get into
the year.
Yeah, but like, we shouldn't have booked it. I mean, it's like, what? But again, what kind of dickhead? If you have a fucking house and you don't have air conditioning, you're a dickhead if you rent it out to people there in the summer. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you're just a dickhead. Now, no, in fairness, like, I don't want a refund because it said it on there. We don't have air conditioning. I wasn't in charge. If I was in charge, I would never have signed up for this fucking house.
Did the person who was in charge see that, or did they not miss like?
No, they did. They did. And I mean, it's one of those. It's believe me. So I just think if you're a person that rents out your house and you don't have AC, you're a dickhead. I feel that. So basically, it's like being in a British home. Then you guys don't have AC.
Tease the Laura house, Laura life, yeah.
Because they don't have AC.
It never got that hot there until like recently. So most of the houses are really old. So
it doesn't get that hot.
They're not built like for AC, you know.
I didn't know that. It doesn't get that hot in England.
It didn't used to, I guess, for the last couple of years. And like this year, it was really hot for a while. Laura was dying for a while.
Like, yeah, it was fucking hot, man. It was like 88 degrees and 89 degrees in the house. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I just like, and we messed. And it, by the way, I'm like, so we were willing to bring our own ACs up there and just throw them in the windows, but they had those fucking windows that open up like this with the thing.
Oh, the cranky ones, yeah.
The cranky ones. And so that obviously is not the pull down ones. And so you can't put an AC in that way.
Right. So that's why.
And it's like, so you're just fucked. You're just fucked. It's like, I don't even have the option for that. Like what is and by the way, my house came with windows like that. The cranky thing.
Would you have them replaced?
Yeah. So we have central air here, right? And the central air fucking breaks all the time. And it's fucking expensive getting a new condenser and shit. It's like a pain in the ass. And it's like, so I would like to have the option if my fucking central air breaks to just put them in the window. Yeah. But this house was built in 87 and we had the original windows when we got it in 2016 and the fucking crank windows. And so you can't do it. Why do those exist? Why do the crank windows? Can anyone explain to me why the crank windows exist? Like, what is the fucking benefit of that? Why the fuck would anyone ever make those? Tell me the advantage of having the crank windows. What is it? Does it look better? Do you feel special because you have a fucking crank and you're doing this thing?
Windows. Yeah, they're energy efficient. That's why.
They are not energy efficient at all.
They really are. You don't need to if you close that, right, it seals it. So you don't need to insulate or anything like that. Like
you don't think the pull down windows, right? The pull down windows don't fucking.
Oh fuck! Come on. No, not at all. No, because you can actually feel the thing suck the air a little bit when you crank those shut. But the real windows, they go down and there's always a little bit of not levelness. It doesn't totally seal off.
Well, anyway, the windows were old, so our house sucked. Our energy bills were out the roof, and we got new windows, which are fucking expensive, and we did that. They really are. And yeah, so that's it saved money on our energy bill at the end of the day. But I digress. That's what I want to rant about. Is anybody who has an Airbnb but we emailed them and we're like, hey, anything we can do about this? And he's just like, oh, and his response was, I haven't gotten any complaints. Bitch, that means nothing to me. I don't give a fuck if you haven't gotten complaints because you're getting one now. It's fucking hot in this bitch. And it's like, my big thing on a vacation is I want to be comfortable at all times. All times. That's it. Okay. Because I should not be more comfortable in my home. I should not look forward to going home.
Vacation. Yeah.
And vacation. I should be comfortable at all fucking times. I don't want to do anything on a vacation except go to the beach, go in the water, swim, fuck around. That's it. Get ice cream. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to go for hikes. I don't want to do any of that shit. That's not a vacation. That's work. Okay. America is about you work hard during the whole year and then you get 1 week for vacation and you just chill the fuck out and you sit in air conditioning homes, except when you go to the beach. That's it. That's America right there.
I mean, they have like those in-room ones or in-house ones, don't they? For like people who like don't have bigger enough windows. Like I know they have ones that like you just all you put to the window is like a little thing or something.
No, the house I grew up in, we did not have much AC. But when I was older, well, we just threw them in the. You could throw them in the windows. You can get a cheap AC for like $100. Throw it in the fucking window. It feels much better. And like that because we had pull down windows like normal people. Like if you have, I don't understand it. I fucking hate those. Hate that shit.
We have one of those in the freaking shower, and I hate it because the bathroom gets super hot because there's no screen in the window, and we have like carpenter bees. And if I like open that, then the window's open, so like the bees can come in the fucking house.
Carpenter bees. Ooh, yikes!
Fuck that.
Yikes. Anyway, and that's the other thing with AC. It's like you can't. It's not like a fan. Like it has to be part of it has to be outside, or else it's gonna fucking floor is gonna get soaked. But anyway, but I heard you heard Papa Roach. Yeah, I heard Chris Stapleton too. I heard him. He was there Thursday night. He's playing tonight too. He's playing 3 nights in a row. So I mean that's a big name. Chris Stapleton's a really big name. He makes the bitches moist. Did you know that, Deb?
Oh really?
Bitches love Chris Stapleton. They love him, man. They love that she serenades them with this soothing country voice there about Tennessee whiskey. Okay. No, I mean that's the way I grew up. I mean
that's
whatever.
just how it was though when you had multiple kids. Like everybody getting their own bedroom is like bullshit. Like what? Like who are you? Like friggin' rich?
Yeah. All right, let's bring up the next blog, can we?
Yeah.
That chick from New Bedford. I want to talk about her real quick. See if she took her shit down real quick. What's her name? Sasha Prata? Sasha
Prata, yes.
Okay, let's see.
Prata. I wonder if she really looks like this in real life.
Let me see if she blocked me on Facebook. Sasha Prata. Okay.
Those eyelashes can't be real. Those are really thick eyelashes. They're pretty, but.
Oh man, I think she might have blocked. Why do they always block? Not fun that way. Yep, I'm blocked. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about her. So she came to my attention before I left for vacation because she went to this place called the Ruby Room Salon in Dartmouth and saw a sign outside that she didn't like. The sign said as follows: "Somebody tell the Ruby Room Salon this is so beyond inappropriate and expensive." And so what does the sign say? Insensitive. So go down. Let's see what the sign says. It says therapy is expensive. Get a haircut instead. So this is obviously satirical. When you see something like this, Deb, what does that sign mean to you?
It's like a fucking like lighten up, like come in, make you feel better. Haircuts always make you feel better, like short term, you know.
Right.
It's cheaper than therapy. It's not wrong. They're fucking making light of things, you know.
Yeah, like everybody feels better after a haircut. Everybody knows that. Especially women, I would assume, because you get haircuts less often, you spend more time in there, and you invest a lot more money per haircut than men do. I mean, I have to get a haircut every couple weeks, and it's just like simple. It's like it feels better just to get have some less hair, like a sheep getting shagged. But women, especially more than anything, I would assume, come out of getting their hair did, and I feel like women come out of there, feeling a lot better about themselves. Like they feel good. That's what you pay for. And so obviously it doesn't take the place of therapy. Everybody knows that. And I don't think anyone is stating that because this is fucking satirical. This is what's called a joke. But we can't joke anymore because the fun police have decided that you're no longer allowed to do that. People like this. And so I hope she survives. And more importantly, I would just argue this, right? So let's read her bitching about this. So somebody posts, "Oh, I don't like this at all. Marketing team should be fired. Wow. I saw this today too." Okay. And then somebody says, "God, lighten up." and they got attacked. Actually, speaks volumes if you react this way. Mental health is not a joke. And by the looks of your comment, it's safe to say anybody in your life probably wouldn't feel comfortable coming to you to express mental or emotional distress. So I wouldn't expect you to have the capacity of so as somebody that fucking obviously well documented, I have some mental health issues. It is what it is. This is like the ultimate like, don't use it as a fucking scapegoat to go around policing humor of other people. Like, just because you have mental health issues doesn't mean the world has to stop making jokes. Okay. You don't get to do that. And honestly, if you're that bothered by that, then you probably don't have mental health issues. I'm sorry. Like that. Like, I don't know.
If that's the cause of your mental health issue, fucking get a life.
Yeah. Like I said in the blog,
never going to help you because it's you.
Your issue isn't mental health. It's the fact that you're a cunt. It's really just that simple. Like, there's no other way around it. You're just a cunt. You're a miserable person to be around. And I think that's the root cause of any mental health issue. Maybe if you just stop being a cunt, then people wouldn't mind. You'd be a lot happier.
Right.
So Sasha says, disappointed to know you feel that way. More disappointing that you are missing the point and know how the sign is worded. Highly insensitive to those struggling with mental health. Okay. And so I would say this more than anything. Oh, and by the way, so go down. Let's see. So somebody messaged the Ruby Room Salon, who also commented on the page with the same copy and paste response. And this is what they so this is what the person said. Not sure if you saw the post going around about your sign outside. Not a good look for the company. Not a good look. Mental health is very serious, and a silly haircut isn't going to fix anything. Shake my head at whoever's idea. Stop right there. Deb, do you think there is a single person out there who was like, you know what? I got a 3:00 appointment with my therapist today, but then I saw the sign and now I'm like, oh shit.
You know what? That's all I need is that fucking push to the right. It's a sign from God. Fuck it. I'm getting my hair cut.
I can save money. I can fucking fix it all. Like, who needs fucking therapy? I go get a haircut. It's going to fix everything. Duh. Like that literally never happened to anyone. Anyone else get turned on? I love the word cunt. It's a good word.
No, we say it so much. We should count.
Yeah,
Be a drinking game, me and you.
Yeah.
You know the Salon posted the story on your page, right? On their page.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so honored. I got to see this. Ruby. Was it Ruby Red Salon? I did not know they posted it. They really shared the Turtleboy article? Oh my God. Now Ruby they're really in trouble. Oh, Ruby Room Salon. Okay, hold on. Shout out to the Ruby Room Salon. We love you. Good stuff. Sorry this cunt had to do this to you. I apologize. Let's see. Okay. I'm like looking for the blog. I don't see any blog on there. Did they take it down? It's not there.
I don't know. It was there the other day.
Maybe they took shit for it. Anybody know if they took shit for it?
I guarantee you they did, probably.
Yeah, they probably took shit for it. Because that's how you really got controversy. You're sharing this blog, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, this is the woman that we're dealing with here saying this. Like, come on, bitch. Like, look how miserable you look. Like, smile, bitch. Like, come on. Another one says that businesses have no right to put up signs like that. Anyone who has a business has no right making a sign stating this. Bitch, I don't think you know what rights are. That's not how freedom works, dear. So the Ruby Red Salon posted that, thank you for your feedback. Mental health is very important. Therapy is very important and beneficial. We are not minimizing either. Our guests actually have thought it's a cute sign. Our staff is a group of kind ladies on a mission to make clients feel their best. As with all social media, you have a right to your opinion. So that's a pretty uncontroversial statement. What could you possibly disagree with about that statement? Well, they'll find a way, because these people aren't looking for like reconciliation or whatever. They're looking to shame a business. And so Sasha says, your sign promotes a haircut instead of therapy. Meanwhile, I can only assume that no one in your salon is a licensed professional in psychology and therapy. Did you know that, Deb? There's none of that. None of the
all
hairdressers.
all my chicks usually are. I expect double duty.
People went into the salon thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a quick haircut. And then we're going to talk about my fucking mommy problems, my daddy issues. My daddy touched me. And then we got to talk about all the ways that's affecting me to this day. And I hate my life. And blah, blah. And by the way, can you trim it a little bit down here, please? A little bit off the top on the side.
Bit,
I want to go for the whole look.
I mean, that's who you tell everything to, too, is like the hairstylist. They probably should be licensed.
So, yeah. Anyway, so they posted it and people all shit on them for that and blah, blah, blah. And then the boyfriend chimed in because somebody else came in and said basically like, dude, I have mental health issues. Like, chill out. Her name is Jeffany, by the way. This chick, Jeffany.
Yeah, I've never heard that name before.
Comments and was like, on the side of normal. And then she goes, you find it funny that someone who struggles with mental health advocates for mental health? You're not advocating for mental health. You're just being a cunt.
Just being a bitch.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, you of all people, after watching someone close to us die from his struggles, and then in turn watching your own mother struggle as well. I get the joke, but if you can't take the heat that comes with a bad joke, then don't make it. The sign is public and the status is too. So here you are pretending to give a shit about mental health, and you're on here shitting on a woman who apparently her mom died. And you're like weaponizing that against her. And you think you're the good person here. You're not. You're a cunt. That's all there is to it. Why? And then the boyfriend, the Captain Save-A-Ho, Zach comes in. It's like, why is advocating for mental health hilarious? It's not, but you are. Like, you're fucking hilariously stupid. We're all having a good laugh at you over here. So anyway, all these people just commented and they're all cunts. So fuck them all. She ended up taking, within like an hour, the post was completely gone from her Facebook page. So good guys win. As far as I'm concerned, we won. We did what we came to do at Turtleboy. We came, we shamed, and we got them to take it down. And I think that's a good thing. So, all right. So that's that. I do want to talk about too, while I was gone, apparently, I don't know if you guys have been following the Alex Jones shit. So I like Alex Jones. I do. I don't know if you guys follow. Do you follow Alex Jones? Do you ever listen to him, Deb?
No, I don't.
He's hilarious. So he's a conspiracy theorist. And like, I would say that like, I don't know, 75% of his crazy conspiracies have turned out to be true.
Yeah.
But one of them certainly was not. And that was the idea that Sandy Hook, which was 10 years ago, was a false flag. And a lot, some morons said that, and obviously it was not a false flag. They said it was basically a false flag to push for more gun control, but it was not a false flag. It was very real. Those children were real. The teachers who died were real. That happened, and their lives were irreparably forever hurt because of that. Now, Alex Jones, to me, he said that, and so they're arguing here. He owns a platform called InfoWars. And InfoWars has millions of followers, and they believe him, a lot of these people. And and so if this is fake, right? If Sandy Hook wasn't real, that means, and it was real, but if it wasn't real, that would mean that all of those parents are actors. They're acting, right? And so the people who follow X Jones are like, they blame the parents. The parents are in on the scam. And so they received a lot of harassment over this. Now, this brings up interesting First Amendment implications because Alex Jones has a right to believe in conspiracy theories. He has a right to state them on his platform. And so that's, even if they're not true, you don't have to tell the fucking truth. That is not a thing. If you had to tell the truth on the internet all the time, then there would be no politicians, right? Like, you're allowed to believe in this shit.
Or social media.
There would be nothing. Like, people lie all the fucking time. You would have to prove that he knew he was lying, which is really hard to do. So he got sued by a couple of the parents, and it was heard in Houston, Texas. People said the people Alex were talking about that didn't have kids were true.
Were true, I think.
The people Alex were talking about that didn't have kids. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. Anyway, so the bottom line is he said it was a false flag. That didn't happen, but it did. And so he got sued for this. And he got you see the power of like a judge and a lawyer, what it can do for you. So he got like a girl boss judge in Houston who was basically just shutting him the fuck up the whole time. And Alex Jones did not respond to discovery requests. I don't think he took this case nearly as seriously as he should.
No.
And so he ended up losing the whole thing. So I'm going to bring up here a couple. And so because he didn't respond to discovery, the only question was how much money are these parents going to get? And in the first phase, it was $4.1 million. And that was just for damages, like certain damages. But then the emotional damages came in the next day, and it was $45 million.
49.3 is total.
$49.3 million he's going to have to pay. Now that's going to get reduced. But that's a lot of fun. I mean, this is dangerous ground we're walking on here, because why is Alex Jones responsible for what his if his followers harassed these people, then the people that harassed the parents, they should be the ones on there. But they can argue, that Alex Jones said these false things, but his defense was, I believe they were false. Like, I believed it. And he's like, I don't know, I'm on all types of psychedelic drugs. I was doing a lot of drugs back then. I believe in the Illuminati. And he's very entertaining. He's fucking hilarious, Alex Jones. So I'm going to show, this did not work. I'm going to show a couple clips here. So here's one clip from the trial. I should be showing you here.
Yeah, didn't he say something about like Epstein before? Like 10
yeah,
years
I'm
ago?
going to bring. Oh, yeah, that he predicted Epstein a long time ago, and that was a crazy conspiracy theory that turned out to be true. So here he is testifying that Sandy Hook is real.
A video received in evidence of you stating your belief at that time that no one died at Sandy Hook, that the whole thing was fake. Do you understand, as you sit here today, how crazy that is?
I have said before that there have been so many lies and so many things in the past, and I was under a lot of pressure. And I truly, when I said those statements, when I say something, I mean it, that I really could believe that it was totally staged at that point. And I was basing that off of really Steve Buchanek, who has been a very prestigious person.
Do you understand now that it was absolutely irresponsible of you to do that?
It was, especially since I met the parents, and it's 100% real, as I said on the radio yesterday, and as I said here yesterday, it's 100% real. And the media still ran with lies that I was saying it wasn't real on air yesterday. It's incredible. They won't let me take it back. They just want to keep me in the position of being the Sandy Hook man. My son got confronted yesterday.
Projection speculation is what the media wants. Mr. Jones is just being on the show.
Sustained.
So he got a lot of that during the trial with the judge. Sustained, yeah. So and so it didn't work out well for him. So he has for years admitted that he was wrong about that. And his defense is, I wasn't lying. I believed it. So what else do you want from him besides saying, like, yeah, like I didn't. You're right. I was wrong about this. This is actually very fucking real. And so here's another video. Now this was insane.
So you did.
So this was he all of a sudden one day during the trial, the plaintiff's attorney shows him text messages that Alex Jones never turned over. And so he's like, how the fuck? This is wild that this happened in court. So you got to see this.
Get my text messages. And it said you did. Nice trick.
Yes, Mr. Jones. Indeed. You didn't give this text message to me. You don't know where this came from. Do you know where I got this?
No.
Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook. Did you know that?
I told you the truth. This is your Perry Mason moment. I gave than my phone. And then,
Mr. Jones, you need to answer the question.
no, I
Did you know
mean,
this happened?
no, I didn't know this happened. But I mean, I told you I gave him the phone over. Just
Just
And you
answer the
said-
question.
You said in your deposition, you searched your phone. You said you pulled down the text, did the search function for Sandy Hook. That's what you said, Mr. Jones, correct?
And I had several different phones with this number, but I did, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's why you got it.
No, Mr. Jones, that's not why I have.
My lawyer sent it to you, but I'm hiding it. Okay.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, that's
please just answer questions.
God, she's such a cunt. God, she's such a cunt. What a girl boss. Waiting to see if Turtleboy says something about the fat cunt leftist judge that didn't allow him to show and say certain things to the jury. Yes, I mean, she sucked. I mean, it was a long trial. I mean, I'm not going to fucking rehash the whole thing. But yeah, she didn't. She basically said that you can't. A million times she told this guy, you can't say that, right? This isn't your show, Mr. Jones. You're not going to, and so he was basically censored in court the whole time because he's talking shit about the judge on his thing. These aren't recommended things to do. I do it all the time myself. But I've dealt with cunt judges like this myself. I know what it's like. I don't know what this guy wants me to say about it. What do you think? I'm simping for the. First of all, dude, stop. First of all, Mr. Hellraiser, you're a fucking pussy because you're not even using your real fucking name. So no one gives a shit about what your opinions are until you fucking do that. No one's simping for the courts. You must be new here if you think that I simp for courts. I don't. I fucking call out judges like this. I'm on Alex Jones's side here. I think this whole thing is just backdoor censorship. I think that's all this is, the Alex Jones thing. And they're going after him for political reasons. That's all this is. And what else do you want him to say besides fucking, I'm sorry. Like, I was wrong about that. And I'm really sorry. Like, he's allowed to believe whatever the fuck he wants to believe. Period. But like David said, like, he didn't respond to discovery. And when you do that, you default. And so, like, his attorney, like, in this whole thing with the fucking messages ending, that was the wildest shit I've ever seen in a courtroom. What does this guy say? Wait,
where's your fucking name? Aiden Kearney? Where is that name?
Oh, let me be very clear. My name is Aiden. That's Aidan Kearney, Kearney. You can find Google. You can Google who is Turtleboy and I'll come up. Or you could just read the book called I Am Turtleboy by Aiden Kearney. These are clues that might help you figure out who the fuck I am. So anyway, yeah. But I found InfoWars was making $800,000 a day. That was the wildest. $800,000. How the fuck were they making that much money? $800,000 a day they were making. So Alex Jones is a lot richer than I thought he was. Anyway, but the fact that his lawyer, and I wanted Mark Randazza to come on here because Mark has represented him. He's like, I'm not touching this shit.
Oh, I think he said that, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not touching this shit with a 10-foot pole. Okay.
He knows this guy even like said he probably committed perjury. So
yeah, I mean, Mark's not licensed in Texas, so he couldn't represent him there.
Yeah.
But I would like to think he wouldn't accidentally send all of his clients' text messages to the plaintiff.
Right.
That seemed, and it's just wild that you can just not show that. Like, it's like, we have this stuff, we're going to show it in court, but we're not going to tell you until you're in the fucking witness stand.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, gotcha. Like, how is that allowed? I don't understand that. That's fucking bullshit. But let me play some more of that. I mean, that's just crazy that happened.
There's no question. Mr. Bankston also only asked questions.
Sure. Mr. Jones, in discovery, you were asked, do you have Sandy Hook text messages on your phone? And you said no, correct? You said that under oath, Mr. Jones, didn't you?
I mean, if I was mistaken, but you got the messages right there.
You know what perjury is, right? I just want to make sure you know before we go any further. You know what it is.
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you, I gave in my testimony the phone to the lawyers before, whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
No, Mr. Jones. One more time. And please remember, if you need to assert the Fifth Amendment, you can. I need to know that you can do that. But you testified.
Okay, so that obviously, I mean that's the wildest shit I've ever seen in court. We're just like, yo, guess what, son? We got your messages because your idiot fucking lawyer. And you got to see this part. Like they do talk about Epstein in this. You got to see this remake of it. Check out this video.
One of the things you've been talking about on your show is your allegation that government officials are aiding in pedophilia, child trafficking, and the grooming of children, right?
You mean like what Jeffrey Epstein did with the Clintons?
Ridiculous! Oh my God! One of the things you've been talking about
that's
on
funny.
your show
That's
is
funny.
your allegation that
one more time
are aiding in pedophilia, child trafficking, and the grooming of children, right?
You mean like what Jeffrey Epstein did with the Clintons?
It's funny because it's true, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, some of the crazy shit I say happens to be 1,000% true. So yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty crazy. And here's another thing that they showed in court. I got a couple more clips here real quick to show. Here's one from.
You're taking these court proceedings seriously. You're approaching them in good faith. But the truth of the matter is, you've been broadcasting repeatedly a picture of our judge on fire, haven't you?
Objection compound, Your Honor.
No.
The person on the left of this image is our judge, correct?
Yes.
That's funny.
The person on the right is another judge you don't like, right?
Yes.
Okay. Saying, Mr. Jones, that you're taking these court proceedings.
Like, who cares? You're allowed to talk shit about the judges. This idea that you can't talk about the judges, it's like, who cares? Now, check this out. This is when one of the parents that is suing and they have a nice little moment for a second, and she offers him a cough drop, and he apologizes to him, and then the fucking cunt lawyer jumps in.
Thank you. Somebody had that picture, so I swear to God, I told you last week, somebody saying it's not true.
Yeah.
I apologize for today. Caught it. And I approach. I apologize for everything.
And that he's slow and autistic.
No, I'm slow about certain things too. But let's be honest on here. I think we both been.
So during these proceedings, he went up there and he's like, so that is those are the parents of a boy named Jesse Lewis who saved 9 kids at Sandy Hook. His brother is if his name JT Lewis. He's got a blue check mark and like hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. He's a conservative, and his parents seem like very nice people. And they offered him something, and that was a nice little moment they had there. But initially Alex Jones had said something on his show about like I think the dad. At first I thought he was a liar. But I think he's just, I'm listening to him testify, and I think he's just autistic or something. And so then the lawyer is like, they had this nice moment. It's like, I'm sorry, and here's a cough drop. And then the fucking lawyer is like, yeah, what about the autistic comment? Let's play that one more time.
And that he's slow and autistic.
Yeah. Let's be honest on here. I think we both been all the stuff you said have been manipulated.
That's it. I'm not talking to you. You're not doing this. That's not even a thought. That's not the way this goes.
Oh, shut up.
Why, you can't feed them fake videos anymore?
No, shut up.
That's what you're trying to shut my mouth. You'll never succeed.
My son's autistic.
I think I'm autistic too, buddy.
Okay, so that's the whole Alex Jones thing. It's the least sympathetic person in the world because he's rich and he said some very untrue things about the most horrific thing ever, and really caused a lot of pain for these parents. And but I am worried about the First Amendment implications of something like this. But again, Alex Jones did this to himself. I mean, he didn't take it seriously. He should have, and he got bulldozed in court as a result of that. Okay. So that's that. The other thing, Brittney Griner. You guys see Brittney Griner?
Yeah.
9 years in prison. Did you see that in Russia?
It did.
Okay. Here's my take on that real quick.
I'm waiting for this one.
So all I gotta say is, you miss Trump there, Brittney, because when Trump was president of the United States, one of the most effective things he did was free black celebrities from prison. That was like his thing in foreign jails. Like he did that a lot. Was it ASAP Rocky? Was that the guy's name in Sweden?
Yeah, I think
they got him. They busted him out of jail for whatever the fuck he did. LiAngelo Ball, the retired Ball brother, the only one that's not in the NBA, who played for UCLA, and two of his UCLA teammates, they went to China and they stole shit like morons, and then they got locked up and they were gonna rot in prison over there. And then Trump freed their asses. He didn't have to like exchange terrorists either to get them out. He just freed the asses, because that's what Trump did. I mean, he freed black people from foreign jails like it was going out of business. Nobody did it like him. But these fucking assholes and the fake news media just fell for this narrative. Oh, Trump's a racist. He hates black people. And people like Brittney Griner fell for it. And they fucking pushed this narrative about how awful America is and Trump's a racist and blah, 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 blah. And they replaced him with Biden. How's that working out for you, Brittney? Because if Trump was president, none of this would be happening. None of it. Because for one thing, you wouldn't have been arrested in the first place. I'll tell you. So Brittney Griner, the 6'8" WNBA, 6'9". I mean, she was at Baylor. She was the greatest women's college basketball player ever at Baylor. She fucking dominated in women's basketball. She's one of the only ones that can dunk. And so she's a really big name in a sport that no one watches around here. I mean, I guess it's big in college, but not when you go pro. And so they have to go to Russia to play to get money. And that's just the market. Again, we created a league for women. People are like, well, it's sexist that she has to go to Russia to get paid. Bitch, we made a league for you called the WNBA, and none of you bitches showed up. Nobody showed up. We literally made a league for women that's subsidized by the league for men, and nobody came. So that's on you, ladies. Go to, like, if you want this fucking product, fucking go there and buy tickets and shit. But nobody wants to watch women's basketball. That's the truth. But I digress. So she had to go to Russia a lot to play in professional leagues. And I guarantee you that every time she went over there, they saw that she was bringing cannabis with her. They thought bringing pot, whatever. And they saw it and they just let it go. They didn't care. Why do you think in February they decided to arrest her for this? Why? Because what happened in fucking February? Russia invaded Ukraine in February after we kind of provoked the whole shit by insisting that Ukraine join NATO. Like, that was what it came down to. We insisted that Ukraine join NATO because they don't like Russia. We like Ukraine. We don't like Russia. Why don't we like Russia? Simple. Because they blame Russia for getting Trump elected. So they will do whatever it takes to spite Russia. And Trump was impeached over a phone call with Ukraine in which he allegedly withheld the sale of weapons to them in exchange for firing some fucking prosecutor who was not going after Hunter Biden. Long story short. But that is why this whole fucking thing happened. If Donald Trump, yes, I know that. Yeah. So if Donald Trump was reelected president in 2020, then there would be, Russia never would have invaded Ukraine. The only reason they did that is because they realized, okay, well, Joe Biden's in power now. He's a joke. And fuck them. Like, they are the party that, like, they hate, they start shit with us, right? Not that Vladimir Putin's a good guy or whatever, but it's just like, I don't give a fuck about Russia. I don't give a fuck about Ukraine. None of that shit affects me at all. Okay? So I don't care about any of that shit. But we have to defend Ukraine and give them all this fucking money. And what do you think that's going to cause? It's going to cause antagonism. So they're like, okay, well, we know this professional women's basketball star She comes over here once a month and she brings weed with her. So we're going to arrest her ass. We know she's doing this. So we're going to arrest her ass this time. And we are going to make a fucking example out of that bitch. And so she pleads guilty. She got 9. I was shocked when I saw, I thought she would get something, but 9 years. It's crazy, man. That's crazy shit. I even felt a little bad for her. Not going to lie. Even though she said, she's BLM and she's a communist, blah, blah, blah. Like, I felt bad for her. Because people like her have been fucking fooled. They've been lied to by Democrats and lied to by BLM and made to believe that Trump is not your enemy. Joe Biden is your enemy. Like, you're in this position right now because of Joe Biden. That's why you're fucking sitting in jail. Trump would have freed your ass fucking months ago, girl. You would have been out by March if Donald Trump was president. You're sitting in a fucking jail cell because your president, who you voted for and endorsed to be there, antagonizes the president of the country that you fucking smuggled drugs into. Okay? That's why you're sitting in jail. You did this to yourself. And I feel like I feel bad for her if she realizes that now that she's been tricked and lied to. I will feel bad for her for that. But if she comes back here, because she will get back. We're going to give him some fucking arms. And that's the other thing. Why do we're giving up an arms dealer to Russia. Why the fuck do the Russians want a criminal? I don't get that. Why do they want this guy? But I digress. I don't give a fuck about him either. If he's free, it doesn't affect me. I don't care about any of that shit. But this is obviously just, they don't want her in jail for 9 years. They don't want to feed this woman for 9 years. They're just proving a point. That's all they're doing. Don't fuck with us, And maybe we shouldn't go around fucking with other countries. Why are we doing this again? We're just going around fucking poking the bear. We want world. I don't want any of this shit. I don't give a fuck about Ukraine at all. By the way, spoiler alert, they're going to lose. I don't know if people know that. Russia, have you seen it? They're really fucking big. They got a lot of people. They got a lot of weapons. We keep giving Ukraine $50 billion. He doesn't have $50 billion. And it gets in the hands of Nazis and corrupt oligarchs over there. And 10% of it gets to the front lines or whatever. Doesn't matter. You give them all the weapons in the world. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. So what? We should be negotiating peace. That's all we should be doing. Let's work out an agreement. Guess what, Ukraine? You're going to lose some land. Okay. Period. That Eastern shit, the Donbas, they're going to get a little piece of that. That's how it works. That's just how it works. Okay. Are you a real country or are you a fake country? Because real countries defend themselves. Fake countries depend on the rest of the world to protect them. So if you need the rest of the world to protect you, why are you even a country? You have fucking 45 million people in your country. Fucking do it on your own, right? Do it on your fucking own. Dude. Vietnam, motherfucker. We fucking went into Vietnam for 6 years, 7 years. No, it's longer than that, 10 years. And we lost to a bunch of rice-a-ronies in their huts with fucking AK-47s and shit. Just farmers. We lost it. We killed tons of them. We naped everything. We blew it all up. And we fucking lost. You're telling me a bunch of Viet Cong can defeat America, but Ukraine can't defeat Russia? Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of shit is this? Anyway, that's my thoughts on Brittney Griner. I feel bad for her if she realizes that she was lied to, but if she comes back here spouting the same anti-American bullshit, then fuck her. Okay, I should have let her ass rot. But anyway, why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy? If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I do have a dono here I want to bring up from Caroline. Caroline says, hope you had a great vacation and glad to be back. Glad to be back, Caroline. And I did have a nice vacation. Would have been nice with AC. That's all I got to say. No, I don't even.
Your house now a lot more, right?
What was that?
You'll appreciate your house.
I do appreciate it. Yeah, that's for goddamn sure. You see the dog trainer, the fake dog trainer there?
I did. We've been playing with her me and Laura and everybody's been playing with her for a couple days.
Oh, really? The Scott
Oh,
Tarpley guy?
you haven't been reading that thread?
No, what thread?
That the old employer there put up.
Oh, is there a big back and forth on this
yeah,
still?
and Linda and Dino got involved too. There was a big D-long send-her epic.
So this guy
She hated us. She blocked a couple people. I don't know if I'm blocked yet.
I mean, is Linda here tonight? I saw her earlier.
She left like her Old Orchard Beach, Maine at the beginning, but I haven't seen her since.
Okay, and it is what she is. It says this guy Scott Tarpley writes, "I need to publicly address." I'll just let you guys read it, okay? I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm not even gonna
make it bigger a little.
That's what she said. But presented without comment. I need to publicly address my company's termination of a contract we were affiliated with for a short time. LG, aka Confidential Canine, worked here for 8 weeks and stayed on the property in employee housing. She is stating that she was terminated due to me not sleeping with her, because God knows that. That could not be further from the truth. Statements like that put a huge black eye on women in the dog training world, and it's truly despicable. She portrayed herself as a 10-year veteran of the state police, attending 2 handler schools and ultimately training for them and many of the companies around the Northeast. A deeper dive showed her to be a prolific and talented liar. She was a trooper for only 4 years and did make it to K9. And let's remember how she got there.
Right.
But
right.
Okay, so let's see. She was part of a major drug operation, was arrested. That part's not true. I don't think she was ever arrested. But she was given a dishonorable discharge. So apparently he was the boyfriend, because she ratted on Sean Bucci. He got 10 to 12 years in jail and had all his assets seized and blah, blah, blah. And she helped him name a website called who'sarat.com, where you can, where eventually it's ironic because she became a rat and saved herself from jail by ratting on this dude, okay, by Sean Bucci. Since then, she has been involved in several racist rants, including on a podcast, Facebook posts, and dash cams in her company van. That's interesting. There's also a current or recent restraining order from the last boyfriend, several attempts at GoFundMe pages. Oh, this is crazy. So she had another GoFundMe, I guess, Deb, where she
we saw the bloat one, didn't we?
Well, the blow one with the dog Griffin there, and she started $4,500 for that one. Again, these dogs are always getting sick with her, and something always happens. Always a fucking GoFundMe, isn't there? But here's the thing. So she started a $4,500 GoFundMe for that, but he says,
paid it.
I paid for Griffin's issues. So she raised money with a GoFundMe, and then he fucking ended up paying for it. You think he got reimbursed? No. She continues to state that she is a police canine trainer, even wearing shirts stating that any dog she manages to train will be tainted. Even recently going on the Dogs of War podcast. So she went on a podcast called Dogs of War, where she claimed to be a fucking veteran. And spewing more lies. Googling her name will reveal much more. And none of this is slander, as it's online sources you can find easily. So this is, again, apparently what she's doing. What are people saying in the comments? Let's see. Yeah. People are getting it. So, I wouldn't consider pot a big deal, but apparently, so this guy didn't sleep with her. And so that turned into, so that's where I just thought that was an interesting post. That was brought to, is there a lot of comments on there? So
yes, that's what I was talking about. That's where it goes crazy.
How many comments? 125 comments. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Wait till you see Linda's, you're going to shit.
Okay. So let's see. Disgusting. Did she change her name on Facebook? Okay. Yep. Let's see. Did Linda take her comments down, or are they still there?
Oh, maybe she did. Let me see. I'm looking on mine. No, she's there. I see some comments.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So let's see. There's a whole thing here. Check this. Go to Scott Tarpley's page if you guys want to see all of this. I don't know why Linda's
defending her, but she's all. Yeah, she took down. I think she took down the big one, maybe, because I shit all over her for it. She wrote a book shitting on Joelle for no reason, and it had nothing to do with anything.
Again, that's between those two. I'm not even getting involved in any of that. But I just thought this whole thing, I don't know why she's simping for her now. It's like this whole fucking world just confused me. Well, that was a fun read, Ma Edward says.
No.
What's that?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's
her comment? Go to like, you know how you said she's being investigated for revenge porn? Open that.
Okay.
The replies there.
Who replied? Linda?
Open it and scroll down. You'll see it. You just gotta hit like view more just to see the length.
Oh, of Linda's post?
Yeah.
She says, I talked to the New Hampshire police and there is no investigation or pictures of anything. Okay.
Oh, wait, go up. I think you missed it. Go up. Up there. See more? See right?
Oh, this one. Yeah. Holy shit!
No, dude, really.
I'm not reading all this.
No, I just said I wanted to say the length.
Oh my God.
You can't fucking understand it. Like, I wrote back, I'm like, no one understands you at all. Like,
it appears to be all about Joelle, which again has nothing to do with
this. That's what I said.
Okay, I don't know why. It's like, why can't we just agree that this person's shitty?
Yeah.
Why does it got into that? I don't know. All right, why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy? If you guys have any questions, feel free to fire away.
Everybody's looking at the link to the story. No story. It's just there.
No, there's no blog. It's just check out Scott Tarpley's. I'll just post
I put his name in the thing in the comments.
I'll just post a link in the comments.
Scott Tarpley, I think. Tarpley, yeah. Tarpley. Scott. It's his personal page.
Yeah, I just posted the thing right there. Did you pee in the lake? No, I'm not one of those people. Because I know a lot of people pee in lakes and oceans. I don't do it. I mean, I've peed in an ocean before. It's different. It's like, but I don't know. Because I'm just like, yes, I understand it's no big deal. Whatever. It's not like it infects everybody around you. It's a fucking huge lake. But I'm just like, afterwards,
You feel dirty, don't you?
My shorts have piss on them. Like, what? There is piss on my shorts still. Like that had to seek into the fabric somehow.
Like, I don't know, like go off in a corner maybe and like pull it out. I don't know. I think that's what they meant. Like, why would you just pee?
It does make you want to piss more. Just being in the water makes you want
generally, yeah. That's why you can like do that thing when you're like, if you want to screw with somebody at like a sleepover, you put your friend's hand in like warm water and it makes them piss themselves. They're sleeping.
Yeah. Scott Tarpley could have summed that up by just saying she's a cunt. She's an absolute cunt.
There you go, Carrie.
And it would make a great story, but it's just old news. Like, it's like, I'm not like, we all know she's trash. Like, she is what she is. She's a fucking lunatic. And I've been over it all before. And quite frankly, at this point with her, like, my opinions on her are extremely biased. And it's like almost unprofessional of me to continue to write about her because, you know, it's like it would come across the wrong way. It's like, well, it's like, you know what I mean, Deb? It's like, it would just come across like you're bitter. And it's like, I don't even want, like, she's just irrelevant. Like, so. And
also, like, if you write about her, she gets more attention and fucking attention whore. So fuck her.
Right.
Like, you know?
Right. Exactly. So I'm not even getting into it. All right. Anybody else have any other questions they want to say? I'm glad you like me saying cunt, Carrie. I'm glad that makes you happy. Glad to help. Where were you staying, Merritt? No, we stayed in Guilford. We stayed in Guilford, which is in the southern part of the lake. We did go to Meredith once, though. Meredith and Laconia. But it's a huge fucking lake. I mean, you didn't even go to the other side. Wolfboro, wherever that. I think that's the other big town over there. Dude, Desantis, while I was gone, just continued to get more fucking awesome. Yeah, he had a there's some DA in Tampa Bay who's a lot like Rachel Rollins, isn't, you know, enforcing the law basically. And so he took his law license away because that's what DeSantis does, because he's just fucking pimp like that. He just takes him away and he's fucking awesome. Yeah, I didn't make it to Alton Bay, but again, any new developments, Ryan? No, none that I can think of. I have a question. You wear rubble sucks.
We know.
I'm not going to shit on Connie.
I agree. I'll agree with you.
Yeah, it's like, you know, why? What's he been doing? The same old shit? Same old Connie shit?
I have no idea. I just agree. I just know him well enough that, I agree.
Yeah. So again,
this could be part 2 of her movie,
Yeah, remember the movie that was going to come out?
It's supposed to be still, apparently.
I thought somebody was going to play me in the movie.
Somebody was saying, apparently she said it was going to be bigger than The Departed. because it's going to be that good.
Oh, right.
Boy.
It's going to be so huge. So huge. It's just not that, it wouldn't be that interesting of a movie. Like basic bitch bartender, sucks dick, becomes,
Is a slut.
yeah,
Keeps
just
doing it.
bangs her way to the top. Loves attention, gets it. Makes herself kind of like, doesn't care about the fact that she's cutting the line and making a lot of other troopers upset, and then threatens Turtleboy. That's how this all started. She told me to get my facts straight when I wrote about her ex-boyfriend, Dan Ristine. So I did. And I got, if you have that, if you tell me to get my facts straight, please, for the love of God, make sure there's not like 100 pages of court testimony out there of you testifying about laundering $350,000 worth of drug money. Just a pro tip. If you tell me to get my facts straight, please do that. Okay. Straw polls indicated Trump is a 7. Yeah, I mean, Trump will win in a showdown, unfortunately. But anyway, anybody else have any more last minute questions? I didn't realize. Again, we'll leave all the other details about what happened after that aside. It's personal. It's personal, folks. People make mistakes. The part of, stop it. Anybody else have any questions? Why can't you get 1,000 people? Oh, well, you know what? I don't really care about numbers like that. I care about the fact that I have 2 kids and they're both upstairs. So that's really the only thing that matters to me.
No
That's
shit.
it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We don't want to pay for fucking, United Arab Emirates to fucking watch us like fakely.
And I just don't, it's not something I value. Is like, if that's what you value, good for you. I don't value that. I value having custody of 100% of my kids, something Masshole Report will never, ever have ever. So there's that. I win. Yeah, do get, and that's the other thing they always ignore is the fact that, so this is supplementary to the blog. Like, check out the blog. I get thousands of views every day on the blog. Too. Even when I was on vacation, I'm getting 40,000 people a day coming to the website. So there's that. Yeah. Doing reruns. Anybody else have any questions?
Every time you put those rerun posts, you get so many people on the pages going, "What was this? Oh my god!" Because nobody sees the little blurb that it was written 4 years ago.
Exactly.
Shit,
Exactly. All right, cool. I guess we're gonna call it a night, folks. Getting kind of late, but glad to be back. New content. We'll have it back. Be back in business on Monday. All right. Thanks, Deb, for joining us.
Anytime.
Thank you for all the turtle chats out there. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. No, we're good. Okay, cool. All right, guys. We will see you guys all on Tuesday for the next episode of Turtleboy Live. Peace, Turtle Riders.
Have a good night, everyone.